440 million children are without shelter. Just imagine your child not having a place to lay their head tonight. 400 million without safe drinking water. You know, we provided bottles of water for you tonight without a problem. There are people right now that wish they had that bottle of water that, you know, we drink half of and throw away. Y'all feeling it? 270 million without access to any medical services. You know, we can go to the doctor, we can go to the ER. You know, if it just got too bad, you know, we don't go to our regular doctors, but if it got too bad, you can walk into any hospital right now and get medical care because they can't turn you away. But there are 270 million people without any access. So that means no hospitals, no ambulances, no Band-Aids, no tourniquets, nothing. They get, something happens, they break a leg, they just have to deal with it. You know, they get a cut that's real bad, they just have to deal with it and try to keep from getting infection. But we have all of the amenities, and we have all of these things, and we're not reaching out. We can't be selfish. Y'all got it? Okay. So, why missions? It's coming now. I didn't even see what happened. That was pretty. I didn't see that. It's time for a wake-up call for the church. And it's time to rise up against complacency. Say complacency. And take a stand against pain, poverty, lack, injustice, and oppression. I'm sorry if you came, you know, for us to, you know, preach to you tonight, you know, and to have a regular, you know, church service or, you know, regular Bible study, to have me flip open the Bible and, you know, teach you. I believe that it's our responsibility as the church to know about these things and to do something about it. You have to be empowered. And you have to be empowered to live outside of these doors. Going to church on, you know, DNA on Wednesdays and mini church on Sundays, it's just not good enough. It's not good enough. We're complacent. And some of us are okay with that. You know, when I leave here tonight, I won't help nobody. You know, I won't try to meet other people's needs. I won't even start where I am. You can start where you are. You got some way that you can help meet somebody's needs. And it's time for us to refocus and start meeting needs, okay? All right, so why missions? We, the church, are the answer to these problems in the world. See, God put us here to fix this stuff. That's why we're here. That's why the church is here. The government was never responsible or supposed to be responsible for the social needs of people. The government was never, you know, food stamps and all that stuff is cool, but y'all see it don't work. People work the system. You know, and then what it does is it causes people to be have crutches. You know, it's free money sometimes. You know, you got WIC. You know you don't need all them bottles of milk. You know you waste it. You don't even think about people that don't even have milk to even feed their babies. You throwing stuff away. Wake up call tonight? Is it a wake up call tonight? I can tell when it's hitting because it's like, get that deer in the headlights look. So we, the church, are the answer to these problems in the world. It's our responsibility. You know, when we see people that are hurting, it's our responsibility to bring healing. When we see people that are in lack, it's our responsibility to find a way to meet the need. And it's not just good enough to say, let them do it. As a part of your growth as a believer and your maturity as a believer, a lot of what you do for others is gauged on your spiritual growth. You know, you think that, you know, you're going to be this rock star for God. But if you don't know how to meet the needs of people, you won't be a rock star. You will be what 1 Corinthians calls a tinkling brass. You will make noise. But you won't do anything. You won't be effective. Because you don't understand love or you don't understand charity. Okay? I don't want to be that kind of Christian. You know, I mean, I mean, just go be a Muslim. I mean, I'm inviting you today. You know, if you're not going to do it, just go be a Muslim. You know, go be a Hindu. You know, go be a Jew. If you're not going to live it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, am I talking to y'all tonight or what? I mean, we need people that, we're on a team. We have a mission. The mission is possible, so we need everybody linked up to get the job done. We don't need slackers on this team. Y'all got it? You know, we got too many slackers in the body of Christ. They don't live the life that God has given for them. You know, they're not looking to grow. They're not looking to change. They just want to ride on the coattails. You know, either, you know, I want the success of the church, or I want to be up front, I want to sing, I want to pray. You know, I want to be in charge of something, I want a title, but they don't want to do the work. Church, we cannot be like that. Equation Church, I pray. You know, I've been pulling my hair out if you know, somebody was in a position, a public position, and not doing the work. But on my watch, you won't be in a public position and not doing the work. You know, I was talking to Ebony. What does your calendar look like? Can I look at your calendar and say that you are ministering to somebody else? Can I look at your calendar to see that you're counseling somebody else? It's not just for me, the pastor, to do. Do you counsel people? Do you give people sound advice? Do you disciple people? Do you take them just to have a cup of coffee or something, just to encourage them, to build them up? You know, it's not just, do you go to the hospital? You know, is it just for me to go to the hospital and check on folks? No. You know, do you do things outside of your routine that is causing the hand of God to be extended from the church? That's why we have a lack of immature, or we have a ton of immature believers, because people are not reaching out. You can be young and you can be old. I mean, I started young. So it's not an age thing. It's not an age thing at all. It's just a mindset to be able to reach out beyond yourself and to not be selfish. Say the word selfish. All of us are selfish to a degree. But you can tell the level of selfishness in a person's life when they don't do anything for somebody else. I mean, if it's just hard for you to just go pick up somebody, just to bring them to church, you probably want to check your selfish meter. You know, if you can't never do nothing for somebody else, you know, if your arm got to be twisted just to help somebody, you're in the wrong business. Because this is the lifestyle of helping people. This is our life. This is what we've been called to. Helping God help people. Cool? All right, so we, the church, are the answer to these problems in the world. Why missions? This is what James 1:27 says. And this is the Message version. Real religion, the kind that passes muster before God the Father, is this. This is, you know, if you want to be religious, and just before I go on, James was being very sarcastic when he wrote this. So James is not telling us to be religious. Y'all got that? He's writing this in a very sarcastic terminology. He's talking to Jews. They're of the Jewish religion. And so he's saying, okay, if you're a real Jew and you got your religion is real, this is what God will accept. When you reach out to the homeless and the loveless in their plight and guard against corruption from this godless world. That's what real religion is. When you reach out beyond yourself to those that are in need, those that are homeless, and then those that are loveless, those that don't have comfort. When you reach out to those people, that's when you have real religion. But if you come to church, you know, do your deal, that's not religion. And even some of our churches, you know, they prescribe to the fact that they are religious. You look at their budget, they don't reach out to anybody. They ain't religious. You know, they get budget just to get chairs and pews and screens and lights and all that stuff. But they're not reaching out to people. For the majority of what they take in, it's just all about salary. But it ain't about reaching out and giving. That's why I've been challenging you all to get involved with this Heal Haiti initiative. It's not about the amount of money. It's about your heart being pricked towards somebody else. When anytime there is a major